1, 2, shake, shake, 1, 2, shake, shake, and then you go 1, 2, shake, shake, 1, 2, shake, shake, 1, 2, shake, 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 apa, shake, shake, dia nana, dia nani, dia oh, dia nana, dia nani.
And moving along, we see James taking his seat, getting ready to tell us. He's going to take us to Tanzania and Uganda, and we are going to learn about Lamala camps and lodges. So I'm going to turn it over to you, James.
Well, thank you, Ian, and thank you everybody for joining us, and thank you Go Away for having us here. So I'm going to take you home. Home for me is Tanzania, northern Tanzania and Uganda, and I'm going to talk to you about a brand called Lamala. And at the core of our business are our people. We run a very simple company. We have 480 employees and they're all family members. We looked after them, they look after us. Anybody looking on any peer review sites will very quickly be struck by how very, very favourably our guests react to our staff members. The old adage in Africa is come for the wildlife, fall in love with the people. And that becomes true when you're exposed to the spirit of Lamala. Now, I'm going to talk to you about northern Tanzania and Uganda. The Lamala brand has two layers to the brand. We have lodges, we have tented camps. It's not the one's right and one's wrong, it's just that they are different and they suit different people. So in a nutshell, the lodges have more infrastructure, come at a higher price point. The tented camps are more simple, more adventurous and more authentically African safari. We do have one entry property close to Kilimanjaro International Airport for those people who arrive late in the afternoon, too late to get to the camp. This is on a golf and wildlife estate. It is very quiet. We designed and built it with one express purpose in mind. And that was to make it the most comfortable place to stay after a long flight, either from Europe or North America. Going into the bush, we have Mpingo Ridge in Tarangire National Park. Tarangire National Park is a low-lying park. It is quite warm, dry and sandy, and it is renowned for its dense wildlife population, especially elephants, bird life and the majestic baobab trees that characterise the area. So that's Mpingo Ridge. My wife, who is my boss, so shout out to Leanne, has a bit of a fetish for outdoor bathrooms. So every single one of our lodges has not only an ensuite bathroom, but an outside bathroom that is guaranteed a shower, and at Mpingo Ridge, an outdoor bath as well. This is a very romantic location, as you can see here. We face the rising sun, so we get an eastwards view, and on a clear day you can see Kilimanjaro in the background. If I move into the Serengeti National Park, this is Nanyuki Nanyuki Lodge. It's on the eastern side of the Serengeti in a place renowned for its dense lion and cheetah population. In common with all African lodges and camps, we always require guests to go back to their rooms with a Masai askari to look after their safety last thing in the evening, first thing in the morning, except here. Here we have to do so even during daylight hours. So a member of staff would always take you back to your room to ensure your safety. All of the Lamala lodges have a huge overcommitment to solar power, to water extraction and wastewater treatment. So we have those things in common the whole way through. We also have triple rooms guaranteed in all of the lodges. We have a brand new lodge which we are opening on the 15th of July in 2025. This is on the northeast corner of the Ngorongoro crater. It'll be 16 units and two bedroom units. As I say, 15th of July, just in time for the busy season that kicks in the early part of July. The rooms are very large, but we will not have an outdoor bathroom here because we are at 8,000 feet above sea level, which is about 1.5 times Denver. It's not as cold because we're only 200 kilometers south of the equator, but it will be cool and damp outside. Therefore, our concentration is on the indoor spaces, where, as you can see, we have extensive windows to allow the views of the outside. All of our lodges, we can accommodate walking safaris, so we take people out of the bush and show them the small things of wildlife and the spoor and the grasses. And we have a very, very good relationship with our local Maasai community. The gentleman you can see here bottom left is Chief Lobolo. He is a very close friend of ours that supplies a lot of our security, a lot of our labour, but also, most importantly, provides guaranteed and authentic insight into the Maasai way of life in Tanzania. We have a team specially dedicated to weddings and Maasai blessings. And then when I go to the tented camps, obviously a tented camp, there is less scope for play when it comes to tent design, but our tented camps are situated in the north and south of the Serengeti, according to where the Masai Mara ends and where the migration happens. Our tents are large. These are 2 king-size beds in a camp in the Mara River area, right up in the northern part of Tanzania, Serengeti, and are situated in remote locations. So it's all about the outside and experiencing Africa as she was. I'm going to skip very quickly across to Uganda. So this is a photograph of a private island in the middle of the River Nile, just north of a town called Jinja, which is where the River Nile, where the River Nile leaves Lake Victoria. In 2022, Lake Victoria was 1.5 meters deeper than it's ever been in recorded history. That's an awful lot of water. If you look at this view here, this is the front end of the island as she was before May 2022. The island now looks like this. So there's a lot of water going past. It's called Wild Waters for a reason. It's one of the best places in the world to go whitewater rafting. However, the significance of this property is to be found in the forest that you can see here. This is the last vestiges of primary forest in the southern part of the Nile River, which technically means that these trees are descendants of trees that were there when Cleopatra was running around with Mark Antony in Egypt. It is a distinct responsibility of ours to look after this forest and make sure that it's not cut down. So we have wild waters in the middle of the river. It is particularly sophisticated. It's won the most Instagrammable hotel in the world twice, and is visually stunning and surprisingly noisy. I've been here when guests have said, "Oh, I'm never going to be able to sleep here," and I said, "That's fine. Come and talk to me in the morning, because this is the ultimate white noise." If you can't sleep well late here, then there is a problem outside your sleeping patterns. It is one of the most restful places in the entire world, most dramatic places in the entire world. It's also spectacularly comfortable. So the original builders were a couple of guys from New Zealand. They built it quite heavy and quite dark inside. My wife, who I always claim has quite good taste in everything except her choice of husband, changed a lot of the decor to make it lighter inside, lighten the menu, and use a lighter colour palette. So it's much more welcoming than it was. It's a much more accommodating and enveloping place. Now, in addition to Wild Waters, we also have an adventure company here because the river is stunningly beautiful. We run single-day rafting trips from the Adrift company. It's our second brand. On the river, we have the best safety record on the river. We are the only associated company, the International Rafting Confederation, that's active in Africa. We can offer rafting at 3 or 4 different levels. And on the mainland, we have the tallest bungee tower in the whole of East Africa. Again, we are certified by a company out of Canada. We also send 3 of our safety kayakers on the river to Canada each year to compete in the International Kayaking Festival. Last but not least, the Lamala brand will be purchasing a property in Kenya in the very near future. We haven't announced that yet. The clue in this photograph will let you know where it's going to be. I can't tell you the name of the camp because it's subject to an NDA, but it will be super exciting for us to expand our offering further into East Africa. The property we're buying will not be branded Lamala for the first year and a half, because we believe in organic growth. So the idea for us is to purchase the property, bring it on board, bring it up to standard, and then launch it as our property.
Wonderful.
Asanteni.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, James. And I think when we look at your images and listen to you talking, River Nile, right? It's just to North Americans, I think it's the quintessential African sort of experience, correct?
100%. You know, the way I look at in tourism, a lot of people use the word unique and they use it badly.
Right.
They'll say, I'm very unique, or it's nearly unique. Wild Waters here is, without any doubt,
Yep.
unique. It is unmatched anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And the River Nile, as you say, arguably the most famous river
Yep.
in the world, and one of the most atmospheric to witness.
Yeah. It's a pinch me moment, right?
Yeah, it's a visceral reaction. It's like, am I here?
Absolutely. It's something you've heard about all your life, maybe studied, watched movie. I mean, it's iconic, right?
Yep, and we're a little bit lucky. We have no crocodiles and no hippos there either.
Right. Well, beautiful. Thank you very much, James. We really enjoyed that. Lamala Camps and Lodges. Thank you, sir.
Iyanani,